jumped on. You guys are fast. Hi, Diana. Diana, I got your stuff. Thank you so much. I have spread it out and put it into different packages. There was one that I wanted to try. I don't know where I put it. I pulled it out because I hadn't tried this, so I wanted to try them. It's not midnight, but you will want to come back at midnight. Not 1 minute before midnight. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Mary. Hi, Shar. Hi, Susan. Hi, Pam. Okay, sounds good, Pam. Enjoy dinner. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Diane. Hey, Barbara. T. They're nice. Keep them. There was only the one I wanted to try. Oh, you got work. Well, I'm telling you, you're going to need to take a coffee break at midnight. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Maureen. Lots of good things to report back, I guess. Mom is slowly recovering from her back surgery. So she's getting along. She takes the dog out for a walk. Hey, Melanie. Hi, Farley. Hey, Donna. I like that I can start to see the chats here. Hey, Melissa. Okay. Have fun at homecoming, Melissa. Don't forget midnight. Hey, Carol. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lynn. Hey, Sandy. So anyway, Mom's been taking the dog out for a walk, and I'm going to tell you guys a couple funny stories, actually. So hi, Nancy in South Australia. We have 2 Australians here with us. So the other day, Melissa, you'll want to be up at midnight. Listen, if you guys need to leave and go take a nap so you can come back at midnight, don't watch me go take your nap, okay? Because you're going to want to come back at midnight. Yeah, so the dog, you know, it's Leo is Leah's dog. Leah's gone back to school now, and I've been at work. So Mom has been home hanging out with the dog, and she's been giving the dog treats. Hey, Carol. Hi, Trina. And so the dog has been like all up with Grandma, right? So anywhere Grandma goes, the dog goes with. So the other day we were in the kitchen, and I put his dog food in the bowl, and it's Mom and I in the kitchen, and I go eat your food, and he just looks at me, and then he looks at her, and then he looks at me, and he looks at her, and I'm like, go eat your food. And the dog's just like, and I'm like, what? And she's like, he doesn't want that food. She's been feeding him, so I wet dog food for him, but I only give it to him every once in a while. I don't give it too often, right? So he looks at her, and she goes, he wants the other dog food. And I was like, Mom, you can't be giving him treats and the other dog food all the time. Like, it's not good for him. And I look at him and I go, when Grandma moves out, you're going to move out with her. And he starts wagging his tail. He jumps over to my mom. He starts clawing on her like, yay, let's go. And I was like, you little traitor, you. So yeah, there's our little doggy story for the day. Oh my gosh, I just realized that there's stuff back here you guys aren't allowed to see yet. Alrighty, let me just turn this little basket around. Whoopsie. Hopefully nobody noticed. Alright. Okay, now you can't see anything. Had a pretty good, very busy at work. Ford, unfortunately, is still having chip problems. So again, if you are in the market for a car, and that is with any manufacturer, you really need to think about custom ordering your vehicle. Thank you, T. So, what I mean by that is, you know, if you are in the market for any kind of vehicle, first of all, right now is a really tough time because it's really low inventory for all the manufacturers right now because of the chip problem, because of the shortage in shipping containers, and because of the shortage in manpower. So it is a problem right now. You're going to pay a lot of money for a used car or a new car if you can find one. You will get top dollar for your trade-in, but again, you're going to end up paying more money. The incentives just are not as good right now. So I recommend, if you can hang on to your vehicle, and I'm saying this as a friend to you guys, try to milk your vehicle, hang on to it as much as you can. But if you have a dealership that you normally work with, that you feel pretty good with, it doesn't hurt to shop around. But I will tell you, a lot of dealers are getting list or getting up, getting over list price on new vehicles. And yes, you need to factory order it. Okay, so factory ordering, what that allows you to do is basically build the car from the bottom up, and you are most likely going to wait a minimum of 2 to 3 months, just depending on where the vehicle is built, where they get the supplies, and so on. So obviously foreign cars are built overseas, or Canada or Mexico. A lot of factories are, and because of COVID and the shortage of manpower, a lot of plants have closed down or shortened hours, and because of the chip problem. So anything right now, cell phones, printers, you know, we kind of joked about it and said laser printers and ink machines. I'm looking at purchasing a new laser printer. My inkjet printer is starting to go on me, and I really would like to invest on a color printer, but I don't want to spend $300 on a printer that I know should be $100 less than that. So if you can save your money on any kind of electronics now, washer, dryer, refrigerators, obviously if there's an emergency situation and you have to buy something, try to do as much research as you can. Negotiating is not probably going to be into your favor. You can always ask. If your lease is coming up, you are not going to be able to trade it in. You need to call your leasing company and ask if you can do an extension. And what an extension will allow you to do is add month by month, and most leasing companies will allow you to do up to 6 months of a lease extension, and a lot of them are allowing you to do longer than that, because if you can prove that you've done a factory order. Okay, so I would recommend get in, make an appointment, talk to your dealership. Do not go to a dealership on Saturday and poke around and say, oh, I'm just kicking the tires, because that's the worst thing you can possibly do to those people. Just so you know, car salesmen work 60 hours a week. We work every Saturday. We don't get holidays off. So, you know, they don't get to see their kids. I missed out on a lot of Xavier's childhood, and he's 15 today. So happy Mother's Day to me. Thank you, baby. He's 15 today, but I missed out on a lot of his childhood because of being in the car business and working 60 hours a week. And Saturdays were the worst, because we work late nights during the week, and then on Saturdays we just want to go home, and people would come in and be like, well, they're open till 5. As long as we get in, we can get in and test drive a car. Please don't do that to salespeople. Please make an appointment to go see a salesperson. Try to make it early in the day. Try to have your questions written out of what you would like to know, what you would like to see. You can do a lot of research on the internet. There are a lot of informative websites that you can go on. Find a salesperson that you like. Find a dealership that you think you will go to and service your car. And yes, I absolutely recommend servicing your car at a dealership, because they will keep all of the records. So if you do have a problem later on down the line, you will have better support from the manufacturer if you showed that you did all of your maintenance at the dealership and all the records to prove that. And absolutely 100%, I do recommend getting a service contract on your car. I've always recommended that. My mom has always had one on all of her cars. My dad has always had them. And that's because, you know, they're expensive. They're very expensive. Why would you spend $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 or more, yes, or more on vehicles, and not spend $30, $40, $50 a month to protect that vehicle? We all have cell phones, and you can't tell me you're not paying the $20 a month to protect your cell phone. It's a $1,000 cell phone, and you're paying $300 to protect it over your leasing time, right? So you might as well protect your car. Now, on your home appliances, I'd say you could go 50-50, just depending on your budget and your situation at home. Everybody's finances are different. I don't buy warranties on my appliances, because if it's a $600 fridge and the warranty is $200, I'm just going to buy a new fridge, honestly. Or I'll figure out how to fix it myself. I don't know how to fix a car. So, and even if you have mechanical problems on your vehicle and you know someone, I know a guy that can fix it, he's not going to have parts The complications is basically 3 phones running your car right now. Okay, so you think about that, and you know a guy, he's not gonna know how to fix it. All right, so I'm not talking about your oil changes. I'm not talking about a flat tire. I'm talking about if that check engine light comes on, there's like 7 million codes of language in your car. And even the technicians that are professionally trained, it takes them a few days, weeks to figure it out. Hey, now don't pick on Mike. So if you can wait, my bit of advice is make a list of what you want. Make a list of what you must have, what you can maybe not have. Do your research. And if you are in a lease right now, you need to contact your leasing company, which is the bank, not the dealership. You need to call your leasing company, which is the financial institution, and say, I know my lease is up within the next X amount of months. Can I extend my lease, and for how long, and what happens to my miles? Because what I'd hate to see, my sister's lease is up in November, and I've already told her, you're not getting a car. So, and this is for every manufacturer across the board right now. You know, just be a wise consumer right now. And as much as I like to say, support the economy, go out there, go shop, I don't want to see you guys get taken advantage of. So just be careful, and always, always, always ask for the Carfax report on a used car. Kind of read over that, take it to a mechanic to look at. And I'll tell you that used Carfax reports are very easy to read. They tell you how many owners had the car. They tell you if the car's ever been in an accident, if it was reported. And it could be something minor. It could be something major. A lot of times if the airbags are deployed, I would probably say shy away from that car, and things like that. So, it's probably going to be at least a year before things are back to where they used to be, honestly. It's not like you can just walk into a dealership and say, I'll take that one right there, and if you could get me to $400 a month, I'll sign the paperwork right now. Okay, first of all, it's math. If a car is $30,000, you're not getting it for $400 a month unless you're putting $15,000 down. Okay, so it's math. You can figure out your finance calculator at home. You look it up. You put in your tax percentage. So in Pennsylvania, it's 6% tax. It's about $300 for tag fees. And you're going to break it down. It's about $20 a month, depending on your interest rate that you qualify for 60 months for a $15,000 car. You're going to be right around $300 a month, a little less, right? So just keep that in mind. Just my little 2 cents coming from my background, 21 years in the car business. So yeah, I want you guys to all be very savvy shoppers. And the only reason I'm on right now is because I bought all this stuff and I wanted to just play with it, and I thought you guys would like to come along while we wait till midnight. And Leah went over to the neighbor's house to have a slumber party. Xavier is in his room playing video games. My mom's upstairs hanging out with the dog, and I was like, I'm just gonna go downstairs and make good stuff. And I don't know if you guys saw Simon Hurley's post yesterday on Instagram. I gotta say, I really admire that young man. For him to you know, come and speak out on behalf of his industry, where he designs and produces and you know, sells his product with his name on it at such a young age. I mean, what is he, 19? He basically, what I gather happened in his video, and you can go to his Instagram and watch it, is that people were commenting on his videos and saying, you don't use any new stuff, you need to use new stuff in your videos. And then other people were commenting in his videos, I feel like, you know, you're always trying to sell us stuff, or something to that effect. And I think, and this is me speculating, I didn't talk to Simon about it, but I'm going to speculate that when Gina K did her release, some people, yeah, Simon's only 19. I think he's only 19. Like, he just graduated from school last year, right? I'm going to speculate that when Gina K did her release on stamped timber. It sold out very quickly, and I think some people were writing very nasty comments to her and stating, you know, that's not fair, you didn't think about it, you didn't put enough in stock for us, and you know, you should really know how to run your business. And I've heard, I didn't see any of these comments, but this is what I heard. Yeah, so I want to say that something I always say to you as a savvy consumer, and piggybacking off of my car experience here, is you have something similar. And I know that I show you guys a lot of new videos a lot of times because you guys say, is it worth it for me to buy this? And I go, I don't know, is it worth it to, I mean, like, you know, here's a perfect example, right? So personally, myself, I would not buy a lot of the products that I show you, okay? I probably would not buy this, but as a YouTube influencer, I do feel like part of my channel is to spend the $15 myself and show it to you guys, and then say, if you think you can use it, maybe it's worth $15. For me personally, I don't think it's worth $15, right? And I'm not, you know, I'm not blasting this particular product. I'm just saying in general, I think there's some improvements, like a little finger release they could have put on here, maybe made it two-sided, or maybe made it so that you could put 2 ink pads in here and not the lids. They're just, you know, always improvements. But I'm glad that somebody came out with an idea, and I'm glad that it works for some people. It just doesn't always work for everybody, and you can't please all of the people all the time. And yeah, Gina K is very popular. She's like, you know, the godmother of stamping and stamp TV, and we all learned a lot from her. Her style is very elegant and very classic. I own a couple of her stamp sets, you know, and so companies oftentimes send me product, as you guys know, and ask me to try them out. A lot of times I'm familiar with companies because I have purchased product from them. But I want you to know that I always try to say, and if you go back to my videos from the beginning, I always say, use what you have. I have 3 mink machines. I have 2 hot foiling machines. You know, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have a minimum of 9 different companies of ink. 9 different you don't need 9 different companies of ink, Abraham. You find the companies you like, you find the colors that you like, and you work with them, right? I don't have every single collection of Copic markers. I love Copic markers, but I have Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. I have some Copic markers. I have Arteza markers, right? You find the companies that you like that are going to work for you. We just did the video on the sprays. I have the Tattered Angel sprays. I have Distress sprays. But I also have sprays that I've made by myself and sprays that I bought. So, yeah, I'm just picking on Abraham. He knows I love him. So, you know, I just always try to say to you guys, use what you have, use what you have, use what you have. Or if you can find stuff used, and I will say that Abraham does a very good job at shopping on, he just got a huge sale. Where'd you get that stuff, Abraham? Was it Etsy or something like that? eBay? I don't know. But he finds D-stash pages and he gets stuff from there. So you might find somebody who is no longer crafting and they don't just want to throw their stuff out. They don't want to take the time to sell it. They don't want to go to Salvation Army. So make sure that you do your own shopping. eBay, he said. So, you know, just make sure that it's somebody that has a good reputation as a seller, that has high stars, markings, you know, and things like that. And just make sure that you're checking it. And I don't mind, you know, I tell you guys all the time to try these, try the mini inks out. A lot of companies make these. So Altenew does, Hero Arts does, Stampin' Up does, Distress does. So there's a lot of companies, Catherine Pooler, that you can spend just a few dollars on a mini set and say, I like it or I don't like it before you invest in the big ones, right? Cheryl says, what's a budget when it comes to crafting, right? Lawn Fawn. So there are a lot of companies you'll find that are very similar if you do your research in quality And the only thing you're changing is a couple of the colors. Very few of them overlap in colors. There's some colors, but a lot of them have a lot of different colors. So just take your time, do your research, use what you have. And I think Gina K's stamp set is a very beautiful, very detailed snowflake. She's done a snowflake every year for the last, I don't even know how many years. If you have one of her other sets, it's not so different. Everybody out there has some kind of a snowflake set. I know that Penny Black does, Stampin' Up does, Catherine Pooler had some. So you can find other companies that have other similar ones. So I'm going to stick by Simon and say those were very wise words coming from a very young man. And I think, again, we're going to find huge things coming out from him. Mary Fudge asks, what is the best black? Mary, I'm going to refer you back to a video I did last week with my friend Stacy that said, what was the name of the video? Like how to spend your money right the first time. And what we did was we took all of our collaborative information and I said, don't go out and buy 20 different inks. There's basically 3 ink companies that we recommend for black inks. And we break down why we recommend each of those black inks. And each of the 3 black inks that we recommended are specifically for different purposes. But go back and watch that video because we talk about trimmers. We talk about black inks. We talk about white inks. I don't remember what we talked about. We talked about a lot of stuff. So we are going to do a part 2 video to continue that because there was a lot of other things that we wanted to bring up. We talked about heavy cardstock. We talked about stamping cardstock. We talked about foiling. We talked about the mink. We talked about paper trimmers. We talked about black inks. We talked about white inks. We talked about stamp positioners. And for part 2, we want to talk about scissors, digital die cutting machines, glue, stamp cleaners, blending daubers and brushes, heat embossing, types of stamps, rubber versus clear. So this is just our little list of things that we think will help you guys save some money by buying the product right the first time and investing properly the first time instead of going out and buying 20 ink pads. Or how many trimmers did Nancy have? 13 trimmers. So yeah. And listen, I don't want there to be any kind of, and this is what's wrong with the world. People are very judgy and people are very, no, I'm not going to be live for 3 hours, Pam. You know, people feel like the world is very black or white. And I want to give you a perfect example. Somebody posted, I think it was one of my cousins posted on Facebook, I'm tired of non-mask shaming, and I'm tired of people saying that if you got the shot, you're a sheep. You do what's best for you and leave the rest of us to make our own decisions. And I want to say that, you know, that was perfectly meant, you know, to be said. It's the same thing with these stamping companies. You know, just because I show a product, whether I like it or don't like it, that is my personal opinion. I spent my money on it, or this company has sent it to me to try out, and I'm always very honest with you guys. And I will try my hardest to make it work. I will always try my hardest to make it work. If you have spent your money on something, it's not just going to be thrown on the corner of my desk. I am going to put it in my face, and I will make it work. Everybody knows I tried for that toner ink. I tried with the toner ink. So, you know, it's the same thing with these products. If you like a product and someone else doesn't like it, doesn't mean that they're wrong and you're right. If you have a crafter's budget that's unlimited, hallelujah, good for you. If you want to send some of that stuff my way, I'll be happy to take it from you. But I get living on a budget where you got bills to pay, you got mortgage to pay, you got car payment to pay, you got car insurance to pay, you got kids' clothes to buy. This is my life. I got a mother living with me. I can't always go out and buy a full collection of something. So don't ever feel shamed as everybody else has that and I don't have it. The biggest thing I will say is like the hot foiling bandwagon. my channel that I have built is because of foiling, and I'm trying to use it as a platform to educate people on foiling. That doesn't mean you have to jump into foiling. A lot of my friends don't do foiling yet. You know, Abraham has just started to do foiling. Tracy T doesn't really do foiling yet. I'm okay with that because they have other strengths that I can learn from. I love watching T's videos with all her mixed media. And I'm kind of glad she doesn't do foiling, because then I'd be like, oh, I really already know everything about foiling. Let me learn something new. So don't ever feel like you have to jump on any kind of crafting bandwagon. Everybody else is doing this, and this is new, and I need to have it, and I need to try it. Practice it, try it. If you can go to a friend's house and try it, go to stamp shows, watch their demonstrations, see if it's something you can see yourself doing. Take videos when they're doing the demonstration, so that when you get home, you don't say, okay, I bought all this stuff and now I don't remember what to do with it. Okay, so try to, you know, see if that company has a YouTube channel. See if that company has a blog you can follow, and Instagram. And that's what I love about Simon's. Oh, I know, I do love this color. Is Simon shows a lot of different techniques, and Simon never says you have to use this or you have to use that. He always tries to use his products, and he mixes other companies' products in. He's used products from Gina K. He's used products from Thermalweb. What was he playing with the other day? I saw him something new. I think it was like Simon, not Simon Says Stamp, scrapbook.com or something. I mean, but he's always trying stuff, but he keeps it simple so that everybody can craft along with him. So yeah. What are you guys laughing at over here? I missed it. Always glitter out of friends. Yes, Pam. Yes. All to new. Okay, yes. So try it. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, no hard feelings to anybody else. No, I can't, Lynn. It's top secret. You're just going to have to wait. I've seen your comment. I just can't. I'm pretty sure I stole that from Lisa at Local King. Yeah, right? So speaking of Local King, I'm done with my monologue. Welcome to my show. If you don't know who I am Nancy Stamps. Oh, funny story number 2. I may have told this one. My son's school and I had a Zoom meeting the other morning. I know Crunch and Munch is good, Trent. Oh, Crunch and Bunch. No, it's Crunch and Munch. I think my other admins are on nap time because they gotta wait till midnight too. So, and I didn't tell anybody I was going live. I just jumped on here so they could enjoy their Friday without any interruption. But so my son's school and I had a Zoom the other morning, and as you guys know, I am in the car. My job is I'm on the road all day, every day, right? So I'm doing this Zoom in the car. I can sort of hear, you know, the gist of what they're saying, but I'm like, you know, driving, yep, I agree, okay, yep, right? So the teacher kept calling me Mrs. Something, but I couldn't exactly, you know, figure out what she was saying. So I just didn't pay any attention. After school, called him and said, hey, you know, that was a good meeting this morning. Are you going to be able to do what they need you to do? Do you understand what we talked about? And he goes, yeah, okay. He goes, Mom, did you hear what they were calling you? And I was like, no. And he goes, they were calling you Mrs. Stamps. Mrs. Stamps, because you called from your Nancy Stamps Zoom channel. And I said, what did you tell them? Your mom has a YouTube and they should subscribe? He goes, no, because I didn't want to have to explain it. So, I'm Mrs. Stamps. So yes, it's been a very good week. All right, so you guys want to know what I've been working on. I have been very busy this week. At the end of the month, I will be going away for work. I will be in Central Florida, and unfortunately or fortunately, there's a lot of design team work that's due at the end of the month. So I have been very busy. Hi, Leanne. I have been busy doing design team work, and I do have to be careful because a lot of it you're not allowed to see yet. but a lot of it you can see. So I will tell you that at the end of the month, there is going to be another kitchen sink stamps release. We just went through a kitchen sink stamps release. At the end of the month, there are a couple of Halloween stamps and a couple of patriotic stamps. I think that they're super cool, but that's just me. So you guys, again, look at them. I'm making tutorial videos on them so that if you decide to order them, you can see how easy it is. I will tell you that for me, all of the new kitchen sink stamps, it was easier for me to, my best husband, could you imagine if I dated a guy named Mr. Stamps? I was like, we'll be going to Vegas tonight. So I stamped all of these kitchen sink stamps backwards. So the most detailed layer backwards, and it made it much easier for me. I don't know why I've been doing it the hard way the last 2 years. So, hey, Les. So just, if you have a problem with a stamp, a layered stamp, and you're going order 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's not working for you, try going 4, 3, 2, 1, and that makes it easier. Hey, Debbie. Okay, so just try that. It made it so much easier for me. I did struggle a little bit. There was a kitchen sink stamp sneak peek in today's Simon Says Stamp video. I missed that. Okay, but I did order some stuff from Local King Rubber Stamps, and that's what I wanted to play with tonight. So I got, well, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Wonderful Lisa sent me these fireworks because when I got the Statue of Liberty stamp, hold please, let me find it. I made the mistake of cleaning my room. I can't find anything now. All right. Hold on. These are my Blue Night stamps. Just a minute, darling. Where is she? Lady Liberty. And you know what? It's appropriate because we are on the eve of September 11th. And we want to honor all of those souls that were so tragically taken from us. And I know, you know, Tracy lives out near where the plane went down, where those brave souls took that plane down before it could crash into the White House. And so I know a lot of you guys, maybe tough day for you tomorrow. Everybody distinctly remembers what happened that day. My children, I try to educate them on that. So I think we'll do a little something with this from Blue Night Rubber Stamps. Yeah, 20 years. And then this is the background stamp I got from Lisa. So I think these two would look good together. And then I saw T using this one the other night. T! And she was using, I did also buy the Distress Frosted Crystal. I have a mixed feelings about it, so I will try it again, but I don't love it. But I want to show you how I did get this one to work, and I made this beautiful card out of it. Okay. We have this one from Blue Night Rubber Stamps, which I think makes a fun Halloween card. I think Tracy did a video with this not too long ago. This one is so pretty. And I don't know why. I know it's a beautiful sky, but to me, I just think of heaven. Like, I just think of peaceful heaven. Okay, so I just think it's beautiful. And then last but not least, I could not resist the moon. The moon. So here's the moon. I stamped the moon out in 3 different colors. All right. Heavenly, heavenly. Okay. We're going to go hands down so you guys can say, shut up, Nance. Get to crafting. You talk too much. I know. I do talk too much. All right. Here we go. Hands down. I forget how to do it. It's been so long. And if I miss comments, we have wonderful T on. And T, if I miss something, shoot me a text and I'll pick it up. Stacey's driving. So I am going to be using my trusty Hammermill. I'm going to cut these down. To 5.5 by 4 1/4. And again, I did purchase these stamps with the exception of the fireworks stamp. Lisa sent me that one. The Blue Night rubber stamps, yes, Lynn did give me at the stamp show. She gave me some other stuff to give away, which I've already given away. Or should I say, haven't given all the packages away. We are still doing our 6th-year YouTube anniversary giveaway. So you never know what I'm going to pull out of my hat tonight. And I'm cutting these down to 5.5 by 4 1/4. That looks like it's the wrong size. This is what happened. It is the wrong size. This is what happens when you talk too much, Nance. You cut your paper too big. Okay, so 5.5 by 4 1/4. Oh. So Leah's father, somewhere here I have a picture. One of my friends sent me this. And, you know, my grandparents lived in New Jersey, so every summer I knew I was close to my grandparents because as we drove across the bridge, you know, I would see the Twin Towers. But Leah's father, he was a stock trader in New York City, and he was only a few blocks away when it happened. And the horrible stories that he told me on getting out of the city, and he had a little 1-year-old baby at home, Leah's older sister, and he said, you know, it was just debris and smoke everywhere. People ran into buildings to get away from the ash and the debris and the smoke, and it was just complete chaos, and there was no cell phone signal, no electricity, no phones, none of that. And they had to make a human chain and wrap their shirts around their faces so that they could breathe, and they couldn't see, so they basically did a human chain to try to get out of the city. And because there was no signal, they finally found a gentleman who was at a payphone, and there were people standing in line to use the phone, and he said, I'm not going to hang up with my wife. Tell me your name and number, and my wife will call your family and let them know that you're okay. So he basically gave his wife the names of all of these people in line and had his wife call and say, your loved one is safe, your loved one is safe, your loved one is safe. And he said, you know, by the time he got off of the island, because they had to wait to get into a ferry, you know, he had nothing. He said, I didn't have anything. I had the clothes on my back, and that was it. And that's all I cared about was just getting home. But because, you know, mass transit was down, that he didn't get home until 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And to this day, he doesn't really talk about it. You know, Leah had to wear red, white, and blue to school today. And I said, you should really talk to your dad about it. And she's like, he won't talk about it to me. So, you know, it is obviously very traumatic to a lot of people that have lost loved ones, lost friends. And it was 20 years ago. It was very, very, very terrible way to lose someone. Aww. Hi, Scott. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so I have a 100-pound Hammermill. I'm going to start with the easy one. To me, is the easy one, which is this one, okay? And this is called, what's it called? Oh, A Touch of Magic, right in front of me. Oh my God, crystal work near the Pentagon. Oh, hello, Kren. right, so these are high quality red rubber stamps. If you've never watched Lisa's videos, Local King Rubber Stamps, she has her own YouTube channel. Lisa shows how she designs her stamps and goes through the process of manufacturing the stamps. Her husband helps her make the stamps. She also just did a video and she foiled this, and oh, you want to talk about eye candy. Oh my gosh, her foiling video on this was just spectacular. And basically what she did was she stamped this out in black ink, photocopied it, and then ran it through her ink machine. And I know Lisa always says hot foiling instead of toner foiling, but she means toner foiling. Okay. So I'm using the Tim Holtz because we're using a red rubber stamp. And again, go back and check the video where Stacy and I talk about the differences in the stamp platforms and why we choose which ones. Because this is a red rubber stamp, I do like to use my Tim Holtz platform on this one, and it's on the rubber side. All right, and I'm going to do a different color this time. Okay, so I got, these are from Wow. And I think I got these from Catherine Pooler. Which is the one I want? This one. Okay, so I used Midnight Dream. These are Wow embossing powders. And this one is Midnight Dream. So it is navy, and you can see all that sparkle in there. And that's all I did. I didn't put any colored ink on here, you guys. This is all heat embossed. That's it. So we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use a different color. I want to try Decadent Ruby. So I don't know if it'll look as good, but let's try it out. So first thing I'm going to do with heat embossing is always use my anti-static tool. Only use this for heat embossing. Do not use it for foiling. A lot of people get confused and think that they can use this for dusty. Oh no, honey. You will be crying if you use this for dusty. Do not use this for dusty, okay? When I say dusty, I mean my beautiful foiling makeup brush, which now you can get on Amazon. I think it's $8.99 for 3 if you use my Amazon link. Okay, so this is the anti-static tool, and I'm going to get my Versamark Clear. Clear. And this is just a clear, sticky ink. You can use any embossing ink. I did do a video on all of the uses, or like 5 or 6 uses of Versamark ink, so you can go check that video out. And I like to ink it and stamp this twice, just so I make sure I don't miss anything. I guess I need my Chucky, huh? Come here, Chucky. I should have plugged him in. And Tracy did a video yesterday. Today is also Suicide Prevention Awareness Day, and I got very teared up. I was making a card when I was watching her video, but I got very teared up because mental illness is very close to me and my family, and it took many years for me to understand what mental illness is. I still don't completely understand it, but I'm getting better. And when Tracy was talking, it's very emotional for me to think about some of the things that I've gone through with some of my loved ones. You know, my mom lives with me. There's very clearly some mental illness challenges there, and we don't understand it. And I grew up with it as a child for a very long time, not understanding it, and just thought that that's how all moms were. Maybe it is, I don't know. But, you know, as I get older and she gets older, I am trying to be more empathetic and educate myself a little better on understanding her so that our relationship can grow to be stronger and not so strange. So you know, I really appreciate Tracy's video and being able to try to learn to cope with that in my life. And so I want to thank Tracy for that. But I also encourage any of you, whether you would be on one end or the other of it. And I know there are a lot of you that have written me, emailed me, and, you know, said to me, Nancy, you know, I have challenges every day, and I like watching your channel, and I like crafting because it helps me feel, you know, like I have someone to talk to. And I want you guys to know that the FSC is a very close-knit family. And if you don't know what the FSC is, that is the Foiling Snobs Club. And we joke about being foiling snobs, but we are a very tight-knit community, and we don't judge, and we are there to support each other and help each other. And if you ever feel like, and it's 24/7, okay? So if you ever feel like you need someone to talk to, that you know, need a crafting buddy, reach out on the FSC. We want to encourage building friendships. I'm sure you guys know, I built up my channel because last year during quarantine, I went on live every night, and that was as much my therapy as it was for you guys' therapy. But I made a lot of friends, and you guys made a lot of friends. And you know, I know, yes, they're not people that you may be able to meet in real life, but maybe someday. I've met quite a few people this year at the stamp conventions, at the stamp shows. We've all, you know, shared cards with each other. And, you know, I can't remember everybody's name, where everybody's from all the time. But I remember, you know, when your names come on, I try to remember as much as I can. And I know life has not been easy for a lot of people this year. A lot of people are struggling with their jobs, struggling with health, struggling with family situations. We've had, unfortunately, quite a few people in our group who have lost loved ones because of COVID and other situations that have gone on. And we always want to try to be supportive. We always want to try to be, you know, a family. And when either it comes to your crafting, or it comes to your cats and dogs, or it comes to your family, there's always someone there to talk to. So if you ever feel like you need to reach out, don't hesitate to go on the FSC and be like, hey, I need a crafting buddy right now. Does anybody want to do a FaceTime with me, or a Facebook Messenger with me, or a Zoom with me, or something like that? And just try it. I'm sorry, Shar. All right, so this embossing powder looks a little chunkier than the navy. It looks like it has chunks of gold in it, so I think it will lose some of the detail, it looks like. So the navy is more glittery, and this Decadent Ruby has chunks of gold. So I am a little concerned we might lose some of the detail, but let's see how it comes out. I'm going to turn my heat gun on and let it heat up a few moments. Oh, yeah, okay. So it's really thick. It started blowing some off, so I'm going to have to start from the bottom. Ooh, that is very thick embossing powder. It is perfectly named. What was it? Decadent Ruby? Yes, because that's exactly what it is. It's a very thick gold embossing powder, and then it has undertones of red. So always try, when you have thick embossing chunks like that, heat from the bottom, keep it moving because it's very easy to burn your embossing powder from the bottom. So you want to just keep it moving. But that looks pretty. But because it's chunky, you can see here, just like I was afraid, I lost some of the detail versus the glitter embossing powder. Another good glitter embossing powder is Ranger Tinsel is very good as well. So here you can see it. And I like to do things pretty quick and simple. If you want more ideas on this, like I said, go check out Lisa's channel and Lisa's video. She really made it look awesome. Could you do this with foil? I knew somebody was going to ask, Shar. So Lisa did do it in foil. And what you have to do for foil is, yeah, the navy's called Midnight Dream. And I'm pretty sure I picked it up on Catherine Puller. So you can use my site and get my link and get it there. So in order to do this with foil, Shar, I'm not going to do it, but I'll tell you how to do it, is you would stamp this out in black. All right, so I'll give you the basics here. It does take quite a bit of work, which is why Nancy's not going to do it, because I'm so cheesy. So let me grab another piece of paper. Alice says she's appreciating Friday Fun Day. Well, Alice, I am glad you're here. That's one of the short pieces. By the way, I had these cut down to 5.5 by 4.25. All right, so we're going to ink this up in black. It really does not matter which black ink. You just want to use a good solid black ink for this method. I am going to get my CP Midnight out because I do like hers on my red rubber stamps. And I grab my little Blue Night rubber stamps handle. And you guys, if you have 8 million drawers of embossing powder like I do, go check your embossing powders. You might have something similar. All right. Obviously, I just re-inked that and it's quite juicy. I'm telling you, T, Night of Navy from Stampin' Up. That is my favorite Navy cardstock. Ooh, they came out pretty good. I'm going to leave that alone. Well, I'm going to do a little bit more around here. So, Pam, this is the Touch of Magic from Local King Rubber Stamps. This is Local King Rubber Stamps. Our friend Lisa. All right, I over-inked it. I should have left it alone. But basically, you get to the point where everything's black. See, I lost my detail here, so I shouldn't have stamped it twice. I should have just left it alone. Aww. Alice, we are always here for you, honey. Okay, so then what you would do is you would take this over to your computer, and you would scan this in. Hi, Candace. You would scan this into your computer. Once you scan this into your computer, you're going to print it out on a laser printer. It has to be a laser printer. It will not work on your inkjet printer. It will not work. It has to be a laser printer, preferably a black and white laser printer. Once you have it printed out, then you can foil it. So, yeah, that's how you would do it with the foiling. So this, I'm just going to put aside. We'll use that for something another day. Okay, so that was my easy way of doing this. Yeah, I don't know. I just really have always been attracted to Stampin' Up's Night and Navy cardstock, and that's just what I use. Hi, Susie! Yeah, Lisa's prices are great. Blue Night rubber stamps. I think I saw Everett commenting on the handles. You guys, you gotta get one. It's one of my staples. You know, I know obviously when I'm doing design team work, I can't always show. So when you guys watch my design team videos and you're like, how come Nancy isn't using her handle? I can't. It's part of the rules of some of my design teams. I can only use their products. But when I'm doing lives like this, where Nancy's just hanging out with you guys, you get to see me actually use real stuff that I like to use, that it's not part of a design team project. And so that's what this was about. It's just us kind of like hanging out, having fun, and so on. So let's see what we can do with this one here. Yeah, both sizes are nice if you have 2 different size ink pads. So this is the square one, the regular one, which goes on all of your regular ink pads. So VersaFine Clear. Here's my Versamark, and you can see that Nancy has the magnetic handles. The magnetic handles you can get on my Amazon shop. You can get a dozen for $5.99. Okay, and then this thinner one, you can see it's slightly thinner. See? That is for your oval ink pads like your Catherine Pooler, your Crafter's Companion, Automotive. If those, you can use the oval. So I do have 2 because they're 2 different, but you really could just get the universal one and it'll work on your square ones too. But her husband makes all of these, and there's a little piece of protective rubber coating on the magnet so you don't scratch anything up. But her husband makes these, you guys. If you get to go this weekend, I believe is the stamp show in Westminster, Maryland. I don't think I'll be going. But if you get to go, you can, you know, go over to Blue Knight Rubber Stamps booth, get a couple of their stamps, and get a couple handles for yourself. But they sell out of the handles very, very quickly. All right, so I have switched to Celebration, which is the fireworks one. And we're going to do multiple steps here. I keep grabbing the short paper. The blue embossing powder is called Midnight Dream. And I do have a CP link if you guys could please click the link. Karen said I got 100 plates. I don't have a problem. Time for an intervention, Karen. Hi, Lise. Yeah, it's on my Catherine Pooler thing. Hi, Craftin' Mama. Chow is reminding everybody today is the last day for signing up for the card swap. Please join Foiling Snobs Club and join the card swap. Okay, my stamp is a little dirty. I'm going to clean it. That's what we're playing with, Lisa. I'm just kind of mixing things up here. All right, so I am going to stamp this in the CP Black again. And the reason is because it's a rubber stamp, so I don't need to worry about it staining my stamp. I know I'm going to get pretty good coverage the first time around. I know it's also going to dry quickly. Pam, I have something I'm going to send you. I'm waiting for one more little piece to send it to you, so keep an eye on the mail. And if Michelle is still on, Michelle, I'm going to send you something. And Scott, I missed the package today, but I will run over to the post office and pick it up tomorrow. Oh, Pam Sertish. Sorry, PJB. Hi, sorry. I know we have so many Pams. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to leave that alone. I need a Starbucks right now. I'm going through. My Starbucks is closing at 8 o'clock at night. How dare they? I need my fix. Although we had a nice dinner. We had Olive Garden for Xavier's birthday. He got his Legos. And we had ice cream cake from Carvel. So everybody's happy. It was quick, Scott. Yes. Yeah, I was at work today, so my mom didn't answer the door when they came to deliver it. She goes, maybe I was walking the dog. Karen, I would say there's probably something at midnight you should buy. That's a good idea, PJB. Yeah, stamp it on rainbow cardstock. All right, so then you can use your magic mushrooms, or you can use your blending brushes, or whatever you want to use. I'm just going to grab my blending brushes because they're right here in front of me. Again, use what you have, or your domed blenders, whatever you have. Wait, what? No school backyard fight. I thought they were going to instigate something. Fight, fight, fight. Who's fighting, Everett? Leanne has a list for Crafty Critta. Well, Crafty Critta has some new foils, and Nancy has to go get them. So hopefully, probably next week, I think I might be able to do an unboxing video for you guys. All right, this is just some Rockin' Red. I'm going to get a little inky here. I just have a little sponge. Boom. Okay, and again, you can use your daubers. You can use your blending brushes. I am not doing anything super special here, just getting ink on the paper. I'm using my Catherine Pooler inks because I want this to dry fairly quickly, because I do plan on doing some heat embossing on top of this. So I don't want to spend too much time messing around with inks. And these colors will blend into the background, so don't worry about any of that. We have Stamp Wars tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm excited, you guys. Normally I get a little bit nervous. I am a little bit nervous, but I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to hang out with you guys. I'm excited to see what the girls are up to. I'm excited to see if Tracy's going to threaten my life again. I mean, it's just so many things that could possibly go wrong tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Lise. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. I appreciate it. I do have some giveaways to do. So we got some fun things coming. And remember, tomorrow's a little different. It's going to be 8 p.m. tomorrow, not 7 p.m. And you can see as I'm inking this, most of these colors are blending back into the background, into the black. So you're not really seeing too much overlap here. Yes, I did re-ink a lot of my inks, which I often do before Stamp Wars, because you never know what she's going to throw at you. So I like to be prepared. I cleaned my room. I know where most everything is. Re-inked my inks. You know what would be cool with this? If you have any of that Simon Hurley stamping foam, if you heated this stamp up, and then it would make the fireworks pop out, so it wouldn't be reversed anymore. All right, so I'm going to take my heat tool to this and just make sure it's all dry. Oh, I know what you mean, Everett. Nah, I'm just doing something quick and easy here. Karen says, my husband knows not to disturb me on Stamp Wars nights. Thank you, Shar. Okay, I'm going to go back in with my embossing powder. Anti-static powder, I should say. So I do not recommend using distress inks for this method, or distress oxides, because it'll take a really long time to dry. Even the Catherine Pooler inks take a few minutes to dry, so just make sure everything's super dry before you move on to the next part. And I'm going to bring back in, I think I'll try to use both. Yes, we got lots of giveaways to still do, so yes, I do appreciate you guys donating. It does help out a lot. This might not work in the fashion that I want it to work, but you guys know me. I'm always experimenting. So first is the city, and I'm going to use my Versamark again. This might backfire on me. Hi, Michelle. Michelle, it's football season. Go Steelers. All right. And I'll bring my little baggie in here again. That looks pretty cool, just like that. Okay. And from here, I wanted to use like a silvery, what do I got here? I'm going to try this disco ball. I have no idea what this looks like, so we're just going to play around with all of these. I think this dries pretty translucent. We'll find out here in a second, which is fine. I just want a little bit of that shimmer. Oops, took too much off. Okay, gonna heat the tool. Okay, perfect, perfect. Oh, Carla, go to bed, honey. Set your alarm, come back up at midnight. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay. I took a nap, in case you couldn't tell. I'm all wound up. And I just had a piece of ice cream cake, so yeah. All right, now I'm going to take the Statue of Liberty stamp. And again, these two are called Statue of Liberty and Skyline. These both are from Blue Knight rubber stamps, so they're solid stamps. So I'm going to take the Statue of Liberty now, and I've already done a beautiful card with this. I don't know where it's at right now. But I'm going to do the same design I did before on my old card with this. So I want this to be like in the forefront, like right here, in your face. Right there. So these fireworks from local King Rubber stamps and these stamps from Blue Knight rubber stamps work perfectly together. All right, and I'm going to bring in what I used last time, which is the Verdigris embossing powder from Ranger. And it looks patinaed, okay? And I did do it in 2 sections. I think I'm going to just do the whole thing in that. Wonder if I have a bronze. Maybe that would be better. All right. I'm just going with what I was doing. All right, so once again, we need anti-static tool when we're heat embossing. Okay. And we're going to ink up with our Versamark again. I know, I might have to call an intermission soon. I'm getting thirsty. All right. It just means I talk too much. People comment on my videos. I like your videos, but I can't stand the sound of your voice. And I comment back, stop watching. PJB, I will not be live at midnight, but there is something special coming on at midnight, so yes. I'm going to ink this up again. Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of rude trolls on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I don't care. Karen said I would say bite me. Yeah, you could definitely do this in layers. Once again, we are talking about Lazy Nancy, who's like, I could do all this on one card. I don't like to fussy cut. Yes, I know I could put that in my scan and cut and do it properly, but hey, this is fun, winging it. It'll be on Nancy Stamps, Cheryl. I mean, Pam. Cheryl, I love you guys too. Maybe Pam. I hope so. I am only telling my favorite people to watch at midnight. That's all. That's all I'm saying. No more, no less. All right. Now, because we already have embossing powder over here, that's where it's trying to skip, so I want to be careful about that. I don't know what you're referring to, Pam. I just said I'm doing a video at midnight. That's all I'm saying, Pam. You are my favorite people, Shar. Know that it's super fine. It's got different colors in it. It's got like green, a little gold, a little teal. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! Hey, you guys are really talking too much about what I'm not talking about, and I don't need to get in trouble, so keep it on the DL. All right, here we go. So we have the lights from the city in the background, and then we have the Statue of Liberty all the way in the front, and then we have the fireworks in the background. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. And then you just take your rag once it's all dry, and you just wipe off that extra residue from the anti-static powder, and that'll bring your scene back to black. And you can mix and match your companies, and they work together great. So, you know, we can use that for 4th of July. We can use it for tomorrow. We can use it for anything. Yes, I think it's a nice tribute. Everett says, nice. I think I would next time improve is to use the Blue Knight Rubber Stamps Technique stamp in black. What? Blend the colors, restamp in black, and then foil. I don't know what you mean, Everett. But you let us know, Everett. If you make a video, we'll be happy to watch. All right. All right, so that one was that one. For those of you that just joined us, I am just hanging out with you guys. I just used Celebration from Local King Rubber Stamps and mixed it with Blue Night rubber stamps. So those are the 2 stamps I just used. If you missed it, I did some glittery embossing on this Local King rubber stamps, A Touch of Magic. Some of you guys have already ordered it and have them coming in. So I just wanted to show you some different ideas here. And you guys know I like to do quick and easy. So, you know, quite a few of you are going to have different ideas and, you know, make things a little different from me. And that's fine as long as you're being creative and playing with your stuff. Okay. And let's try a little Halloween card. Let's try this one. Let's see if we can, Abraham knows. Okay. I know, T. I love your videos. I'm addicted to T's videos. She's my new favorite YouTuber. No offense to my girls. They're going to be like, what do you mean T's your new favorite? I mean, the fireworks would be mortifying in black if you restamp. Oh, I see what you're saying, Everett. Okay. No. I didn't think it was shade. I see what you're saying. I got you. Okay. Stamp over it, and then it would step out. I agree with you. Yeah, you're probably right. We could have done that. Do I have the short paper again? All right. So this is, again, going back to my Hammermill. All right. So I got glitter everywhere. We'll definitely not be doing any foiling anytime soon while we have embossing powder and glitter all over the desk. Okay. I need to grab a drink. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Let's, okay, we can do this. All right. I'm going to cheat on this one because I've had a lot of fun with this one stamp. Oh, man, and I crashed my phone. T, I broke my phone. Just kidding. I'm going to show you guys something, but you didn't see it from me. I can only show you half. Hold on. But you didn't see it from me. And if anybody says they saw it from me, I will deny it. You can't prove anything. Okay, here we go. I'm only going to show you this. Can't show you the bottom portion of this. So, hi, Lisa! I just showed your stamps, Lisa. So, all of these are already available at Kitchen Sink Stamps. So this is the, I might as well show you. I'm not going to show you anything you're not supposed to see. Not really. Nobody tell Maria. Okay. So, I mean, I would say if you want to go check these out, these are from Kitchen Sink Stamps. So this is called Owl and Autumn, and you would get the moon, autumn moon, owl. So you would get the moon and the tree and the bats. The moon, the tree, and the bats come out of that set. This one was the one that was released last year, which is the Mysterious Mansion, which I love because you guys know Leah and I just got back from Disney and it's perfect. So that's the Mysterious Mansion, and there may or may not be something new on here that you're not supposed to see. So I can't show you all of that. But what I want to do is replicate what I did with the moon to use on this other stamp that I'm playing with. And I need to hide these because I don't need to accidentally show you guys those. Okay. My Halloween mojo has been really good this year. All right. Let me find you guys' comments again. I lost you. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm way behind on the video, you guys. Lisa, I just made these with your stamps. I loved your foiling video, Lisa. It was beautiful, amazing. And then I took your celebration stamp and I combined it with Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, Statue of Liberty, and Skyline. So look at how beautiful those stamps play together. Oh, she's baking again. Oh, yum, yum. Okay, so for this stamp, I'm going to start with the moon here, and I want to show you guys how I did the moon. And then we'll add the other ones. Now, there are moon stencils, there are moon stamps. You don't have to have a moon stamp. A lot of times I like to just do a pan pastel cutout of a moon. But I really have been liking doing the blood moon. Ooh, spooky. So we're going to continue to do that. So I'm going to start with Tiki Torch and layer 1. Hi, Dawn. Now, I don't know why I have that. I could take it out of the stamp platform now. I guess it doesn't matter. I had, yeah, circle punch. That's what I meant to say, Karen. Yes, I've done that all the time. Yeah, I had pumpkin spice latte from McDonald's today. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, yeah, I've just done a masked moon and just inked over it. You don't really need anything fancy for moons. But there are a lot of companies that have layered moons, moon stencils. I have a moon stencil from, don't you gross me, T. I have moon stencils from, is it Automotive? Who did the moon stencils? Automotive, Spellbinders. One of them did moon stencils. So I have those. I don't know why I just lined that up. Gloria's home, relaxing. You're going to put me on the TV, Gloria? Now I'm going to go in with some orange twist. Oh, Spellbinders. Okay, Spellbinders. I knew I had one of them. So you can use any of those. No, Bernie, I don't have any idea when that's coming out. I can't tell you. But you might want to stick around, you know, at midnight tonight. Just saying, and watch my video at midnight. Okay. They're shooting off fireworks at the ballpark, Karen says. Oh, Gloria's not putting me on TV. Man, you guys. I got the October Stamp Wars last night. Let's just say it came in 2 giant boxes, and there is a whole bunch of giveaways in there. So, oh boy. Very, very generous of our sponsor for October. I wanted... No. Did I want Tutti Frutti? Tutti Frutti. Oh, Rudy. I'm going to go with Samba. Oh, I'm on Ken's TV, at Abraham's TV. Yay. Abraham, change your name. We keep calling you Ken. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really know how this is supposed to be lined up, and it really doesn't matter. That looks good. Abraham, Abraham, did you get your package today yet? Hello, Leanne from Canada. We have the Canadians, we have the Australians. It's like the Olympics of stamping. We have all of the nations here. Yes. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, I'm glad, Lisa. 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night, right here. Stamp Wars is returning after our 2-month hiatus. We are super excited. All right. Now I've grabbed the stamp. Before I stamp it, I need to make the background dark. So, gonna do a little ink blending. Oh, I know what else I can bring in. I got those new bats. I love bats. Again, there are 8 million companies with bat stencils. Use what you have. Okay, I'm going to leave the bats out. We're going to bring them in eventually. I want a dark purple creepy sky. Woo! I think I had too much sugar, you guys. No package, Abraham. What's up with that? Nancy should do a masky mask. A mask. Where's my hole puncher? We're going back old school. Look at this old hole punch. Now you youngsters, you get your fancy schmancy circle dies out and you go cut them out. But us old folks, we're going to use this here punch. Okay. Hi, Selma. Oh, it's too big. I gotta cut it down. I think I knew this and I had this problem last time. Nance, get your stuff together. Wait, what? What am I waiting for, T? Hey, now we can remember Abraham's name instead of calling him Ken all the time. Abraham's name is not Ken, it is Abraham, and it is the same name he uses on Instagram if you want to buy any of his fabulous masks. All of a sudden, Abraham is Abraham. Don't confuse the people, Abraham. More importantly, Abraham, are both of your accounts subscribed? Now, some of you are thinking, Nance, what are you doing? Well, I want my moon mask to cover my moon and not give me a white line all the way around, so I'm cutting it down a little closer. That's all. Okay. So now my moon is protected. And you can use pan pastels, you can use ink, you can use what you have. I'm going to use this Sangria ink. Start off the page because Hammermill is very good for blending. Oh, I have way too much ink on there. And if you have too much ink, you just got to add more ink. Tracy is the queen of blending, she'll tell you. Nancy, not so much. Because I just like to do things quick and easy. Yes, that pertains to my whole life. My mom said to me the other day, you don't cook? I'm like, I know how to cook. I choose not to cook. And I like popped in some Swedish meatballs in the oven, made some instant garlic mashed potatoes and green beans. I was like, dinner's ready. She's like, that's not cooking. I'm like, well, you don't have to eat it. It's good. All right. kind of digging my wispy, creepy sky here, and I'm not going to perfect it. I am channeling Tracy T here. Look at that. Spooky, foggy, creepy sky going on. Which pigment ink pads? Thanks, Michelle. I know, this is my favorite color so far this year. It has a lot of sparkle to it. I don't normally like my nails this long, but I wanted to change the shape of them, so my nail guy told me I needed to grow them out before I could change the shape. So, I don't know. We'll see. Bernie, I'm not going to say that out loud. I know you're trying to set me up. I get myself in trouble, Bernie. I don't need you feeding me lines like that. Oh, those are Catherine Pooler inks. They're Catherine Pooler. Yeah, they're not pigment. They're dye inks. Yes, but I did just re-ink mine, so they're super juicy. But I like the spongy pads better than the felt pads. Okay, we're going back in with Midnight. Gotta lift this because the moon is not in front of the stamp. The moon is behind the stamp. There we go. They are very juicy. Yes, ma'am. Lisa, they all loved your foiling video, Lisa. You have created fiends out of them. Yes, we have a Catherine Pooler website. Mm-hmm. And scrapbook.com also sells them. Ooh, that looked pretty good, you guys. Oh, I keep wanting to show you guys this other thing, but I'm very inky here. So Chow bought and sent me two things that I've been playing around with. First one is Ink on 3 no line coloring, and it's a super light gray. Well, you saw me stamp that on there. I've been using this as my first layer of super light gray ink, not necessarily for no line coloring yet, but as my gray ink along with my Catherine Pooler gray inks. And the other thing she sent me was this ink off stamp cleaner, and I gotta tell you guys, I love this. Let me show you how much I love it. So basically what you do is you tap this on your stamp, and then you take a microfiber towel and you just wipe the ink off, and it doesn't smell weird. It doesn't leave a weird residue. It's very handy to have this just ink pad there. And I noticed with a lot of my staining inks, it really does a good job at cleaning my inks, and some of my photopolymer stamps that just aren't sticky anymore, it does a really good job at bringing that stick back. So if you haven't tried this, there's no refill for it. It's designed to be a disposable product, so once it gets too dirty and grungy and dries out and you can't use it anymore, then you buy another one. It's really inexpensive, and I think she got it from the Ink on 3 website. We don't have an affiliate link with them yet, but you can certainly try it out if you're looking for a stamp cleaner. I like Hero Arts stamp cleaner. That's what I use most of the time. I dilute it down a little bit, but this stuff is pretty neat, and it's designed to get dirty. So thanks, Chow. Oh, Cynthia says she has it. She loves it too. Thanks, Everett. All right, so this set also comes with a wolf and grass, and I didn't really leave room for that, but we might as well add him in. We're here already. So I'm just going to move this up a little bit. We'll add him in there. He can come to the party. Come on, Wolfie. Where did I put my ink? Here it is. So the tree, the owl, the wolf, and the grass all come with this stamp set. And you make your moon any way you want it. You can do a masked moon. You can do a stenciled moon. You can stamp a moon. You find the moon in your life. Not your husband's moon. No, you keep that to yourself. So you see, stamp that on there. The ink pad's going to get a little dirty. That's okay. Ta-da! Nice and clean. This one's Blue Night. I'm doing a hodgepodge mix and match here tonight, Bernie. This one's Blue Night. But Lisa has her moon, which I also have. Oh, you guys. Look at Lisa's moon. That little wolfie would look cute. Oh, we're going to put the wolfie on here. Let's do that. So for this one, I just stamped out a couple of different colors, but I'm going to steal this wolf and put it on Lisa's stamp. Why? Because I can. This is my stamps, and I can do whatever I want. And my point is, you guys spend a lot of money on buying stamps. Mix and match them. When you go to your friend's house, you introduce your friends to your other friends, and you have your friends all come over and hang out and have dinner together. You don't just hang out with one person at a time. Well, I hope you don't. So, you know, you got to bring different elements together, and you can make beautiful works of art. Don't ever feel stuck in a box and I can't mix my inks and I can't mix my stamps and I can't. You spend a lot of money on that stuff. Mix it up. Look at that. That just goes, we're going to play with that some more. We're going to come back to that one. I like that. All right, this guy we're not done with yet. This is really creepy. You know what I need? I need the zombies Tracy showed. I really like those zombies. I'm going to get them when I go to the stamp show. You video craft. Okay, that's cool, Linda. That's what I do with my friends. I got these bats from Simon Says Stamp. And they're designed, I guess, to be layered. You can do big bats. You can do little bats. I'm just going to do these little bats. These little bats. And I'm just going to grab some dark gray ink. Yes, Gloria is an awesome wolf. It's true. She is. Can't disagree with that. I'm just going to do this little cluster up here in the... Maybe we should put them in the moon. Should we put them in the moon? I feel like that's too cliche, putting them in the moon. But, okay, see, I feel like the flow of this is going this way, so I feel like they just have to go over here. And I'm just going to do this small section. I'm not going to do all of them. I remember growing up, we were stationed in Missouri, and my dad would take us up in caves and stuff, and there was bats all in there, and he'd be like, vampires are gonna get you! And of course, we'd run out of there screaming and stuff. Linda, if you can go to a stamp show, they always have great stamp show specials, but you can order online. They ship from Maryland. Oh, Linda, I'm assuming you're in the U.S. They ship from Maryland, and they ship pretty quickly. They are a mom and pop company, so they make their own stamps. This weekend, I believe they are in Westminster, Maryland for their stamp show, so that's their home territory there. At the end of October, they will be at the Allentown Stamp Show, and I will be there with Tracy. That looks cool. I love it. So you just kind of have to keep an eye out for the stamp shows, or you can order online, and they do ship. Yeah, bat stencils are everywhere. You can find bats. You can make your own bat stencils. If you don't have a bat stencil, I can tell you there's one coming out at the end of the month that you can make yourself. Abraham, a lot of companies have blogs. So a lot of design teams, they want you to have a blog for that reason, because they know that some people would rather watch YouTube, but some people still like blogs. So you can find blogs if you're not into watching the videos. A lot of design teams do require you have an active blog where you can post how you made certain things. You just have to look for them. Oh, Linda, yeah, you can order online then. Yep. Okay, so this one I made with a combination of kitchen sink stamp spoon, Blue Knight rubber stamps. What's the name of this? Terrible with names. Wolf and Owl. That makes sense, Nance. Just did some ink blending on the background there, and then added the little bat stencil. So again, you might have something similar that you can put together, something creepy like that. So it's just having fun here. Let's make something else. And then this one, I'll try this one again. I'll show you how I did this one. Yeah, you can walk in, you can order. I would advise you order tickets online. You can walk in, you pay a couple dollars more if you pay at the door than just ordering them online. The Allentown Stamp Show tickets have not gone live yet. It shows sold out online. They say they're going to post the tickets in the next couple of weeks. And I will be at the Allentown Stamp Show. Jennifer Curry says, my son is in love with the card, the new moon end card after you added the wolf stamp. This one? This one, Jennifer? Does your son want this one? The Allentown Stamp Show is on Halloween, ladies, October 31st. No, Local King Rubber Stamps is based out of Canada, and we have the owner, Lisa, on with us. And Blue Knight Rubber Stamps is based out of Maryland. So two different companies. But we have a king and a knight, so they belong together. All right, Jennifer, email us at foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com, and I will mail this one to your son. How do you find stamp shows? That's a great question, Biddy. So there are 3 companies, 3 websites I can tell you to look up. The first one is Stamp Scrap Art Tour. So SSAT, Stamp Scrap Art Tour. That is one that has Blue Knight Rubber Stamps, Stampers Anonymous, Darcy's, Northwoods, Jillian, I know I'm missing a lot of companies. Versus, Inky Antics, Tesla Stamps. So that's Stamp Scrap Art Tour. Oh, Candace, you'll be near Tracy. So that's one of them. The other one is Heirloom Rubber Stamps Show. Heirloom Rubber Stamps Show has quite a few of other vendors added onto that. And not all vendors go to all shows. So you can go online and you can check the vendor list and see who's going. Who else do we have? CKC, Creating Keepsakes Convention, CKC. Creating Keepsakes Convention is a scrapbook convention, so you're going to have more scrapbook layouts than you are rubber stamps, but there are a couple rubber stamp companies. So CKC, Creating Keepsakes Convention, Heirloom Rubber Stamps Show, and Stamp Scrap Art Tour. Those are the 4 companies. If you guys know of any other ones, but those are the ones that I know of, that you can look up on the website, look at the cities they're going to be at, and look at the dates. All right, so how did I do multiple colors on this? So what I did is basically whatever it suggested earlier. So I'm going to have my stamps. Grab my little spongy brushes and stuff again. Daubers work great. Dome blenders work great. Use what you have. I like these little blending sponges. Just whatever you have available. I'm going to put these guys away because I think we're done with them. Okay, so then I just took a couple of different colors of ink. So I started with the center. And this is just gray Twilight ink. Now you can definitely go direct to paper. This is where smaller ink pads come in handy too. You can do that. It's just easier if you have some kind of a blending tool or a dauber or a sponge or something. And then anywhere that I have it where I don't want it, I'm going to wipe that off. For the trees, I went in with a really dark green. And you can stamp one section at a time. That's what's cool about having a stamp positioner. So I can go in and say, okay, that's my moon. Now see, that didn't come out the way I wanted it. I'm going to go in with some blackjack. Oh boy, I used the wrong sponge. I've got some cross-contamination on there. Okay, so this is a little bit darker gray. This is blackjack. Okay. I know. Looks like a hot mess. Don't worry. Come out beautiful, I promise you. Lisa doesn't make ugly stamps. Okay. Then we're going to go in with some dark green. It is Halloween weekend at Allentown. Yep, I'm going to be there with Tracy. Okay, so this is spruce. Where'd my little doodad go that I was just not using that I probably should be using? You know, you guys are like, what are you talking about, Nancy? It's this thing. Yeah, I should be using this thing. Okay. Okay. And you can go in and add lighter, darker, mix, match, blend it. You can go right in with your ink pad and go really dark into there and just shade it better along the trees. I like using the sponge because I do need to kind of soften it and diffuse that ink once I get up here into the moon and into the blending of the sky. So that's why I like using a dauber or dome blending foam. So once I get into the trees, there's a couple of areas there where it's really kind of close onto the moon. So I'm just going to take that off of there a little bit. Okay, let's see if this is dark enough. See, that looks pretty good. So we have our moon, we have our green. If I want to go in and add more green, and then go in and add some more green. Darken it up a little bit. Okay, you get it. You know what you're supposed to do. And remember, these inks dry back and they will even out. So even though it looks splotchy right now, that's the nature of the dye inks. They go into the paper, then they dry properly, and you don't have that. Okay, and then I did a really dark blue. Again, same thing. I can go directly on. Oh, this is really too juicy of an ink pad. Re-inking at its best. That's way too juicy. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with my rag and clean off my moon a little bit. Too much ink. Way too much ink. Over ink alert. Over ink alert. And down here, I'm going to diffuse some of that ink on the edges here so it's not so harsh. Oh my God, I'm getting inky. I'm turning into an inky girl. Okay. Then we clean all this up down here. Hot mess. Hot mess. Ta-da! So obviously I could have done a little better job at blending there, but I can always go back in. Put some more ink in there and clean that up a little bit more. Okay, so you get the idea. And again, once it dries back, it'll dry back and it'll even itself out. Okay, and then I can go back in with my green. I don't remember what color was green, but it's down here. Okay, and then you'll see as this dries, it'll blend back and it'll even itself out. I do have it all over me. That's what's fun. Okay, and then let's add the wolf back in. So this one is called Moon, and this one is from Local King Rubber Stamps. Let's bring this wolf back in. Let's line him up down here. He's like the perfect little addition. But Lisa has a beautiful wolf as well that you can use. Her wolf has been out for years. I'm sure that Gloria already owns it, so use what you have. Can you go onto the card and also do blending? Absolutely, Cynthia. What's nice about Hammermill paper is it does give you a little bit of forgiveness there. So you do have time to go in with your sponge and do some blending and smooth it out. Yes, you could absolutely do that. Bristol paper works really great. Hi, Melody. I know, I just couldn't wait to hang out with you guys, but don't worry. Something special's happening at midnight. I don't know that I can make it to midnight, but you guys come back at midnight. All right, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. My mom and I were reminiscing about my childhood costumes because my mom she used to sew all my costumes, my prom dresses and all that good stuff when I was growing up. And I said, I will never forget one of my most favorite Halloween costumes. She was so angry with me. She didn't make it. It was Oscar the Grouch. And this was in the 80s. And it was one of those plastic masks where you were basically putting a plastic plate on your face. And we couldn't breathe. And there was a little hole cut out for the mouth. And we just stuck our tongue through the hole. And she was like, I said, I remember you were so mad that I wanted to be Oscar the Grouch, basically walking around with a garbage bag and an Oscar the Grouch mask on. But I loved it. That was one of my most favorite costumes. I was like 5 or 6 years old. And after that, she made a whole bunch of great costumes for us. She made, what else did we have? My sister was Rainbow Bright one year. We were the 3 Bears with the neighbor friend one year. I mean, she made a whole bunch of costumes when we were kids, but I'll never forget that. She was like, why would you want such an ugly costume? So it just goes to show you that even back then, Nancy was a little strange. All right, so here I have a blending dauber, and I'm just going to go in with some very light, where's that no line coloring gray? Here we go. Bernie said they were the worst. Okay, and I don't want to over blend this because I don't want my inks to run too much together, but just adding some light gray in there. And then hello, Bonnie Tate, darling. How are you feeling? All right, so I just add a little shimmer in there. Some shimmer and shine. Okay, so we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We made 6 cards tonight just hanging out. Let's put them together. Grabbing my cheapy Hobby Lobby heavy cardstock. What are you guys asking? T's here on the phone with her son. Cool. You're going to come to Nancy Stamps on YouTube. You're going to come right back here at midnight. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you don't have notifications on, you're going to want to turn them on. But come back 12:01. And there's this very special video going on. And I'm not allowed to talk about it. That's all I gotta say. I'm not allowed to talk about it. And I'm just telling my very special friends, which are in the FSC, you gotta come back at midnight. That's all I'm allowed to say. Can't say anything more than that. I'm just telling, and all I'm saying is I have a video going up. I'm not saying anything else other than I have a video going up at midnight, and I think that you guys should all watch it. That's all I'm saying. Thanks, Alice. I am just hanging out with you guys, talking, chit-chatting. Letting you guys know I like hanging out, having fun with you guys. I missed you guys the last 2 months, but I really did need the break. I got a lot of catching up to do with getting back into full force work. My kids getting back to school. My mom having her back surgery. So although I missed you guys, it was a very good break. I needed to give my creative side a little bit of a break, and I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be on Spellbinders design team and doing all the things that I'm doing for Spellbinders and kitchen sink stamps, and whatever other companies that contact me that I agree to help them out. Occasionally I do some guest designing for Simon Hurley. So just, you know, whatever's going on. But I'm really excited that Stamp Wars is coming back tomorrow night, especially for the next few months. We are booked out till the end of the year. We are booking into next year with sponsors. And I got to tell you, I never thought it was going to get to where it is. We did apply, just so you guys know, to appeal. The trademark was for Stamp Wars was denied. We might have to change that. We are working on that. Just to trademark Nancy Stamps. We can't really trademark Stamp Wars. So, we're working on that. But, you know, just hanging out with you guys. And like I said, you know, I know a lot of you have had, you know, no creative mojo. Or you bought a whole bunch of stuff and don't know what to do with it. Or you don't have any crafty friends near you. And I just want to hang out with you guys. And I'm all inky now. That's okay. Oh, Simon's on. Hey, Simon. Wait, I didn't see Simon. Who said Simon was on? How did I not see him? Oh, there he is. I see him. Hi, Simon. Simon, I started off my video talking about how beautiful your soul is. To be so young and to be so wise, and more people need to learn from people like you. And I talked a little bit about your Instagram story yesterday. So we are talking about, yes, some new products, but we are also talking about, yes, using some products you have. But most importantly, we are talking about not judging people, that not everybody is the same, that everybody can be different. And it's not wrong, and it's not anybody's business on where you spend your money, how you spend your money, if you spend your money, if you use supplies from 20 years ago, or if you go and buy new supplies every 2 weeks. You know, that's your lifestyle. You do what you want to do. Now, I would hope that you use the right judgment and, you know, make sure that your bills are paid and your kids are fed before you go buy new stamps. But I know it is tough sometimes. Believe me, I know. I want to grab, oh, I do have some holographic paper here. Sometimes I think those kids don't need to eat. But I need these stamps. Hold on. Where's the... Karen says, or if you buy 100 plates, or daily like Abraham. It's okay, T. Hey, I feed my kids frozen pizza and noodles. Don't judge. All right, so this is now, I believe this is 5 1/4 by 4. Yep. So I'm going to cut this holographic card down to 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So this is already... Hey, Sherry, my son is the pickiest eater. He only eats, same thing, chicken nuggets, pizza. Tonight was his birthday, and all he wanted was Olive Garden mac and cheese. That's all he wanted tonight was Olive Garden mac and cheese for his birthday. And frozen burritos. That's what that kid lives on. Now, Leah, on the other hand, that girl will eat anything you put in front of her. You put vegetables, whatever, salad, fish, whatever it is, she'll eat it. She is such a good eater, that kid. So I figure she makes up for her brother being the picky one. As long as they're eating something. Yeah, pick your battles. This glue is clogged. Sherry, we will be thinking about you this weekend. I know you're going to help your daughter. She's having back surgery, so we're sending you hugs and prayers. Hi, Anastasia. Or Anastasia. Anastasia. Ta-da! Instant Christmas card. Ta-da! Bang, bang, bling, bling, boom, boom. Pretty. Okay, next. Let's do this one on holographic card, too. Is this big enough? I have to cut that one down a little bit. My friend's kid only eats white things. What? Good night, Cheryl. Power nap before midnight. I don't blame you. Go ahead. This is 4, so we got to do 5 1/4. Which means we're going to have to cut this guy down a little bit. Let's cut this one down to 5 by 3 3/4. See? Should just cut all these down. This one's the short one. Yeah, 5 1/4. Oh, I know you guys are yelling at me because I'm not using the trimmer right. Sorry. Cut from the bottom, Nats. I could hear you. That's right, Jerry. Snip, snip, snip. Cut, cut, cut. Jerry, how's your son doing after his surgery? He says, never met a potato I didn't like. Weak in the knees for white chocolate, anything. I am on that page with you, Daisy. Growing up in Germany, I got spoiled with their chocolate. They have delicious chocolate. Jerry says, better, thank you. He's still not whiny. I'm hoping he gets better, but the pain is feeling subsided, and he will do a scan in 2 weeks to see if it worked. Okay, good, good, good. Yes. We will be praying for your son too, Jerry. Smashed taters. Oh my God, stop talking about food, you guys. Ooh, I was going to do that, but now I think that clashes. Okay, so maybe not that one. We'll cut all these down. What happened there? That one got boogered up. Now, of course, if you are fancy like my friend Stacy, you'd want to run these through some really cool embossing folders, but we doing quick and easy tonight, folks. How many birthday cards do I have for September? Card swap is closing tonight, so I will get the birthday card list. And you September FSC people that signed up for the card swap will get a nice birthday card from me. Maybe one of these cards right here. Does anybody have a birthday tomorrow? Carrot cake, Oreos. I'm coming to Daisy's house. I want to know if anybody has a birthday tomorrow. And who was it that said their son wanted the wolf card? Please email us at foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com and I will send your son one of these. You got to email me your address. Apple pie ones? You got, you know, every time Bernie's on here, you guys bring up snacks. I blame Bernie. Karen's is on the 20th. Susie's in September. All the stuff we shouldn't be eating. Bread, milk, dairy. All the white stuff is bad for you. Potatoes. That's all the starchy stuff we're not supposed to eat. I guess the only white thing you should be eating is cauliflower. made it, it should be eaten. I don't think God made half of that stuff you guys listed, T. Nice try. Wrong-o. T's lying. She does not even look her age. Pam said, God made the people that came up with the ideas, so. You guys are probably right there, yes. What about white wine? Does that count as your list of white things? I don't drink wine, so I don't drink at all, really. Every once in a while, maybe. A little rum. Bernie says yes, white wine. Let's see here. Will this look good in gold? That doesn't look too bad on the gold, but I don't love it. Let's see here. Some orange. Nope, don't like that either. Excuse me while I rifle through all the crap on my desk. Let me go find some paper. I'll be back. My last piece of purple foil! Blasphemy. Yeah, if you guys haven't purchased this Crafter's Companion foil card, I love this foil card. I think I got it off of HSN. I don't know if they still have it or not, but it comes with foil card and glitter card, and it's Crafter's Companion. It's very heavy. You get 12 pieces, 6 of each. That's good. Not going to walk, darling. We need to frame that off a little better. Okay, we're going to do this. Lisa made dumplings. I'm coming over, Lisa. Peggy says, I need stretch pants just from reading the chat. You guys are the best. I love you guys. Okay. There we go. Now that looks like a great Halloween card. And I always put my sentiments on later. I put them on the inside. So now these are ready to go. Did we ever find out if anybody has a birthday tomorrow? Yes, no, maybe so. Thanksgiving pants, Karen says. Aw. Black, not red, Bonnie says. This came out of my stash, and I don't think you can get it anymore, so... Oh, I cut it too small. Never mind. She says black. I don't think I like it in the black, because this has a little bit of red in it. It's more like a ruby color. Since I'm a dingbat and cut this too small. Well, we'll just cut this down a little bit. You guys don't like that? On holidays, you have to wear the stretched out stretch pants. Okay, I mean, it's like an orangey red, but whatever, it'll work. If I would have remembered to cut it the right size. I'm going to cut this down a little bit. Ever so slightly give a little bit of a haircut. I'm gonna have to give in and order a new trimmer. No! Tim Holtz. I have bought like 6 of these trimmers, Tonic. You need to send me one for free every 2 years. Mamie lost her mom? Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. I did not know. Aww. Well. That is so awful. The blade doesn't really get too dull. I mean, it's definitely not as sharp as it used to be. It's not that I have an issue with. It's the blade gets stuck, and that's what annoys me more than anything. Oh, I can only imagine. I know I act like a tough guy, but I'm a very sensitive person, and there are certain things that trigger me too, like talking about my dad, and yeah. So I get it, and I just can't. Ugh, just 3 weeks ago. That is not very long ago, and it's going to be very difficult with the holidays coming up, I'm sure. So these are A2 size card bases. So the card bases are 5.5 by 4.25, and then the mat size is a quarter smaller, so it's 5.25 by 4, and then the panel is 5 by 3.75. Christine Mack, neighbor, what up, girlfriend? Sandy got her giveaway package yesterday. Oh, should we do some giveaways while everybody's here? So we did this one. Ooh, this one pretty. This one's my favorite. What is that, Daisy? No. Daisy, you better be back in 45 minutes. Can't see the shimmer on this one. Come on, pick up. There we go. Pick up the shimmer on the moon. Can you see the city? Lights in the city tonight. Six cards just hanging out with you guys. Any questions on anything I use? Wow, we might as well hang out now. It's so close. I'm just catching up on comments here. Checking something. Checking something. Checking something. Checking to see how close it is to midnight. You guys can go to get a drink, go to the potty, go get some popcorn, some Crunch and Munch. got somebody texting me behind the scenes with some secret information here. Hold on. I don't know if I can share it with you yet. Hold on. Go take a shower. Yep, snack and pee. Be right back. Go, go, go. Snack and pee. So, the... Interesting. One more moment, folks. One more moment. Thank you for your patience. We will return after this short intermission.